Hey everyone, you're watching We Had That, and in this video I'm going to talk about the 1978 Star Wars Power Droid action figure. As I've mentioned before in other videos, Star Wars dominated my world in 1978. I remember getting my first 4 figures with amazing clarity, which is surprising considering that event took place decades ago. I loved Star Wars figures and played with them every day in the late 1970s and early 1980s. I had all 12 of the first wave of Star Wars figures, and I thought every single one of them was amazing. Apparently, I wasn't alone because Star Wars figures were selling like crazy, and I would imagine it took no time at all for Kenner to decide to make figures of more characters from the movie. Before long, a second wave of 8 figures hit the shelves. The second wave included 4 bizarre and intriguing aliens from the Cantina, Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing flight suit, R5-D4, the R2-D2 style droid with orange detailing, Death Star droid, who looked like an evil silver C-3PO to me, and Power Droid. X-Wing pilot Luke was easily my favorite, and I loved the aliens too. It was cool to have 2 droids that, even at the time, felt like knockoffs of R2-D2 and C-3PO. Death Star droid was a much more dangerous evil villain in my action figure world than in the movie, and R5-D4 hung out with him or R2-D2 depending on the day. Then there was Power Droid. The Power Droid figure was a dark blue, boxy little guy with a pair of legs that looked like a dryer vent hose and a short, stubby antenna on top. When you moved his legs, he made a clicking sound. Different Power Droids showed up at several times in the original Star Wars movie. The first Power Droid that we see is hiding in the shadows in the sand crawler that picks up R2-D2 and C-3PO. But the action figure is based on the Power Droid that appears in the scene just before Luke gets the new droids, where Aunt Beru says, "Tell your uncle if he gets a translator, make sure it speaks Bocce." We see another Power Droid in the background walking around Mos Eisley, and as you might expect, there were Power Droids on the Death Star as well. Power Droid is sometimes referred to as GNK or Gonk. His purpose was basically to be a portable battery. He would tag along with whoever owned him and recharge the battery in their land speeder or whatever. For me as a kid, it wasn't the most exciting character to turn into an action figure. I could understand the decision to make this figure if Kenner had already exhausted all of their other options, but I remember wondering as a kid why they didn't make any rebel troops, or some of the other pilots from the attack on the Death Star at the end of the movie. As an adult, Grand Moff Tarkin seems like an obvious choice considering he's an important character, but he wasn't really involved in much action, and I didn't miss him as a kid. However, the rebel troops and pilots just seem like such obvious choices. Anyway, looking at Power Droid now, his one eye seems to be saying, hopefully, "Please include me in your fun." As a kid, I didn't understand Power Droid. I don't remember ever wanting the figure, but I'm sure that the completist in me asked my parents to buy him just so that I would have them all. The art on his package was admittedly pretty cool looking, but once he was out of the package and mixed in with the other toys, he just didn't really capture my imagination. I remember thinking he looked like an old TV set. I suppose I played with him a little bit as a kid, but my vague memories of his role in my adventures was little more than set decoration. Looking at him now, I like him more than I did as a kid, and I feel a little bad for not playing with him more than I did. Did you have a Power Droid action figure as a kid? If so, do you remember what you thought of him at the time? Has your opinion of him changed over time? Tell me in the comments below. Also, please give this video a like and share it on social media. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notifications bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. And one last thing, if you're a fan of toys, you should know about ToyLanta, the biggest toy show in the southeastern United States, held annually just north of Atlanta, Georgia. Visit ToyLanta.com for more information. As always, thanks for watching.